everyone, welcome. My name is Tim. I bring you Villages related content, and in today's video, I'm going to take you on a tour of the Villages.com website, specifically the map of the new homes. I'm going to explain to you what the color-coded dots on the map means. I'm going to take you and introduce you to some of the new neighborhoods as I see them, but first, I want to explain what the Villages is. It is a 55 plus community located in Central Florida. It's the fastest growing metropolitan area in the nation. It's also the safest community in the state of Florida. And if you see any homes you're interested in on my video today, you will need to contact the Villages sales associate. I will bring you their contact information a little bit later in the video. And today's video is based on a viewer comment. And the viewer asked me, what do the color-coded dots mean on the map of the Villages.com website? And essentially the dots represent homes or lots of land for sale, and each color code represents something different. Let's take a look a little closer at the map. The first dot I want to explain to you is this light blue-gray. It's kind of a blue-gray dot. And those represent new homes for sale. They represent the Courtyard Villa series of home. And each series of home in the Villages will have a little bit different colored dot that represents a brand new home that's for sale. And then right next to this dark blue dot is a yellow dot that represents a pending home sale. So any home in any neighborhood that goes pending or is under contract, the Villages will change the dot from whatever respective color the series home is to yellow. Right below the Isabella Garden Villas, which are courtyard villas, you do have red dots. These represent new homes for sale. These are cottage series homes, and they're represented by red dots again. And some of these cottage homes have yellow dots because they're under contract and pending closing. Then you have the Tim Villa neighborhood. You have light blue dots. Those are brand new patio villa homes that are for sale, and they're still available for sale. You also have yellow dots in this neighborhood representing patio villas that are under contract. Then you have this dark gray or black dot. Those represent brand new designer homes for sale. And then you have yellow dots. Those are designer homes that are under contract. So we covered most of the dots. Let's take a look. Here you have some dark red dots, and they are a little bit different than the cottage homes. The dark red dots are pre-owned homes that are for sale. They do not differentiate between the home series type. All pre-owned homes will have a dark red dot, whether it's a designer home, patio villa, courtyard villa, it doesn't matter. So we have light blue dots. We have this lighter gray dot that represents a veranda home. This is the Well Point Veranda Home South neighborhood, and they have a little bit different shading. Notice that the veranda homes are similar to a designer home, same size, same square footage as a designer home, but because it's a veranda home, they changed the color of the dot from this dark gray designer home dot to a veranda home, which is a lighter gray dot. I think we covered all the dots except for some brown dots. Here we have brown dots. These represent new lots of land that are for sale in the Villages. You can see here is a designer home lot, list price $139,000. And all the lots, it doesn't matter what neighborhoods they're in, will have a brown dot as associated with a new vacant lot that's for sale. And just as a reminder, any of the lots that you see on the map, if it's big enough, you could actually build a premier home on it. But these lots are designer home lots, and you need to build a designer home on them. But if the lot is large enough, you could ask the Villages to build you a designer home. Next, I wanted to bring you a little more information about some of these vacant green patches that you see on the Villages website. These are going to be new neighborhoods. And I recently came across a map that describes what these neighborhoods are going to be. This is the village of Edenfield right here in the northern part of this section that's located near the Florida Turnpike. The village of Edenfield will have several new neighborhoods coming in. This neighborhood here is actually considered the village of Oak Hollow off to the left. And you notice that as you drill in, you do not see the lots of land being outlined. That's because the Villages has not yet released this neighborhood. Shortly, I expect the Villages to complete the map. You'll see the outline of the lots, and then shortly after that, you will see dots showing up. That's when the Villages start releasing new homes for sale. And I know that this is going to be the Oak Hollow Veranda Homes North neighborhood based on a map that was given to me here. This is the brand new Landon Courtyard Villa neighborhood. You can see that these courtyard villas have like a blue-green dot or blue-gray kind of a dot. These are veranda homes, a little bit darker in color. That's a darker gray dot. So let's take a look at the village of Edenfield. Edenfield has several new villages. This patch of green right here is going to be the Edenfield Veranda Homes North neighborhood, Unit 155. That is the Florida Turnpike. And then you have this large green patch. It's not yet filled in. Those are going to be patio villa neighborhoods. You can have actually two separate patio villa neighborhoods. You can have the Jefferson Villas and the Stacy patio villas in the village of Edenfield. And I expect these neighborhoods to be released within the next 6 months or so. And then you have this green patch in the middle. This is Unit 156. And based on the bond information, Unit 156, this is the bond amount, $41,304.94. I suspect that that bond amount is going to be a cottage home neighborhood. We will see. That's just a guesstimate right now. I think this might be cottage homes because generally speaking, you can reasonably predict what the neighborhood is going to be based on the bond amounts. It could be a courtyard neighborhood. It could be a veranda home neighborhood, but I think the probability is that it's going to be a cottage home neighborhood. Then you have this green patch here on the corner of Bexley Trail and McNeil Drive. They're going to split this up. You're going to have two different neighborhoods here. You can have a small corner up in the upper left corner of this green patch. It's going to be patio villas. I believe these are going to be the Olivia patio villa neighborhood. And then down below, you're going to have Unit 159 in this corner right in here. Those, I believe, are going to be courtyard villas. And if you look at, and they're going to be called the Alex Villas. If you look at Unit 159, you see that the bond amount is $37,403. And generally speaking, your courtyard villa neighborhoods have a bond amount $37,000 or $38,000, and the Villages is very consistent with their bond amounts. So I think you're going to have a patio villa neighborhood up here, and you're going to have a courtyard villa neighborhood right here. This green patch in the middle, I think this is going to be an awesome neighborhood to live in. You're going to have a lot of view lots in this center section. I think that neighborhood could be far enough away from the Florida Turnpike. Might be a great spot to be in. That's going to be Unit 161. And I think this is going to be the Edenfield Veranda Homes West neighborhood. I think that's what that's going to be, right in the middle. Then you're going to have designer homes down here, and then you have more designer homes down here. This is the village of LaGrange. Now it's south of the golf course. This is going to be the village of LaGrange. So let's take a look at what the village of LaGrange looks like. You see some green patches that aren't filled in the village of LaGrange. So let's take a look. I think off to the right, you're going to have two new home neighborhoods in this area. I think you're going to have Unit 163. I believe these are going to be the Kyle Villas. And based on the bond amounts, I think these are going to be Courtyard Villas because the bond amount is about $38,000. So I think this is another Courtyard Villa neighborhood. And then right below that, you're going to have Unit 164. There is no bond published for this unit, but I think Unit 164 is going to be a veranda home neighborhood. We will wait and see. Off to the middle, this is the village of LaGrange. I think this is going to be Unit 168. And I think Unit 168 is going to be Patio Villa neighborhood. I believe that is going to be Patio Villas. I had a couple of subscribers look on the map, and based on the outline of the lots, this could be a Patio Villa neighborhood. Right below that neighborhood, this neighborhood here, this green patch, that looks like it's going to be Unit 167. And I think that's going to be the Kim Villas. This is going to be Patio Villas here as well. And these are going to be very desirable neighborhoods in the village of LaGrange, located very near the Eastport Town Square, where you have live music, live entertainment. You'll have restaurants and shopping, all within 2 or 3 minute golf cart ride of the town square. So I think you're going to have a lot of good opportunity here. This neighborhood here is Unit 166, and I did bring that to you a little bit earlier. And I think based on the bond amount, Unit 166, I think is going to be a cottage home neighborhood. Unit 166, if you look at the bond for Unit 166, you have a $41,000 bond. Generally speaking, your cottage homes have been running in that $41,000 bond amount. And if that's the case, these are going to be very unique cottage homes because some of them I think are going to have retention pond views. That is your video for today. I wanted to give you an idea of what the color coding for the dots mean. In summary, the dots represent different series of new homes that are available for sale on the villages.com website. You will see dark red dots that represent pre-owned homes. So if I toggle the pre-owned home off, you'll see those dark red dots disappear. Those are pre-owned homes. Light blue dots are going to be patio villas. Red dots are going to be cottage homes. Lighter red dots. And then you're going to have a light gray dot that's going to represent your veranda homes. The dark gray or black dot is going to be your designer homes. And then your courtyard villas are going to be, I think they're a little bit darker blue. They're darker blue than the patio villas. And the courtyard villas is a villa type home. They have enclosed backyards. And I think because the patio villas are light blue, they made the courtyard villas a dark blue. And then you got the red dots are cottage homes. Yellow dots are any home, any series under contract and pending closure. That's your video. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Feel free to share the video with anybody who feels interested in the content. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Stay safe.